Alright gamers, SoloGamer here, we're back. And first thing I want to say is, I know some people would say, hey, wait a minute, you made a mistake, you didn't do daoloth special ability where you switch the gates around. That's right, I didn't. But the reason being is because nobody's gone to these gates yet. So I'm gonna, if I switch them up, there would be no point to it because it'd just be some area nobody's explored. So I figured I'd just go ahead and wait until somebody's exploring a gate. Then if a monster search happens, then we'll switch out the gates. But I didn't see any point in it at that time because nobody has even entered a gate yet. And that would just take up some time. So I didn't forget it, but I just didn't explain why I wanted to do it. Or why I didn't do it. Alright, so we're going to start with our Mythos phase again. And we have a new Mythos card here. And this is a gate burst card. But there is no gate at the graveyard, and that's what this thing says. So we're going to add a new gate and put it at the graveyard. So we're going to put that there. We're going to add a Doom token over here to the Doom track, and he is now at 3. We're going to get a monster from the monster cup, and this is a Shan. I don't know, that's a weird looking monster, and it's got a blue border. And it has a special ability here, and it says, if you fail a horror check against Shan, you are devoured. So we kind of probably want to avoid this guy. Unless we got some big bonuses there for old Shan, because we don't want to have to fight him. And now we have our monster movement, and the only monster that can really move is a cross monster, and there's no cross on that card. Alright, now we have the clue where it says a clue appears at unvisited isle. Well, there's a gate at the unvisited isle, so a clue will not appear there. A clue cannot appear at a place that there's a gate. And the uptown streets. So we're going to take a clue token and place it in the uptown streets spot, which is right here. Anybody that lands on that spot can get it. Alright, we're going to take a clue token off our rumor, because we did have a new gate opening. And this is a headline card, so it will not replace the Mystic card. And it says, Stalkers in the Night. All-star vampires, hunting horrors, and spectral hunters in Arkham are returned to the cup. Well, we don't have any of those, so we don't have to worry about that. If at least one monster returns to the cup, raise the terror level by 1. Well, like I said, we don't have to worry about that, because we didn't have any of those monsters. So now it is Sister Mary's turn, and I want her to try to meet up with Joe Diamond so they can trade some stuff. But first, we got to do the upkeep phase. And like I said, we're not going to move any of the brackets. We're just going to roll for her blessing and hope she doesn't lose it. Whew, she didn't lose it. So she can move 3 spaces. So let's move her 1, 2, 3. Let's move her to the unnameable. She gets that clue token, and she will have an encounter there. Joe Diamond, let him move over to the unnameable as well, and so they can trade some items. So it's 1, 2, 3. He's trading with her. He's going to give her the rifle. Let's see her. Yeah, let's have him give her. Let's give her the rifle, and that'll be just a good even trade right there. Some people play. Excuse me. Some people play where you can trade clue tokens. Some people play where you can't. There's some confusion in the rules. I think the way the rules read, you cannot trade clue tokens. Unless there are certain special abilities that come up that let people trade clue tokens. So that's why I figure you can never trade clue tokens. And that's the way I play it. But I have seen people play it where they can trade clue tokens, but I don't play it like that. Now they're both going to have an encounter at the unnameable, because we're in the Arkham Encounters phase. As you can see, that's kind of like a green border there. So let's have a look-see. Alright, Sister Mary here. A pen and paper rests on a table next to your chair. Picking up the pen, you black out for an uncertain amount of time. When you regain your senses, the paper is covered with strange messages, not written in your handwriting. Make a lore -1 check and gain 1 clue token for each success. Then whether you pass or not, lose 1 sanity. Okay, she's starting to lose some sanity here. But See a lure of 4. See? But it's going to be -1, so she rolls 3 dice. But she is blessed. So all she needs is a 4, 5, or 6. And she got 3 successes, as a matter of fact. So she gets 3 clue tokens. So that's pretty good for her. She's piling them up. But she's going to lose 1 sanity. Alright. Joe Diamond here is his next encounter is at the Unnameable. And let's see what happens with him. A voice, perhaps the house itself, begins whispering to you. Make a will -2 check. Gain 1 clue token for each success, but lose either 1 stamina or 1 sanity if you fail. Man, these kind of cards kind of seem the same. Well, his will is 2. He's -2, so he sucks. He can't. Yeah, he's gonna miss it. He's gonna fail that check, and I'm not gonna spend any clue tokens for him to do it. So I'm gonna let him lose 1 stamina since he has 6. So he's gonna lose 1 stamina. And now we're done with the Arkham encounter phase. Nobody's in other world, so we won't have any of those. And we're gonna pass the first player token back to Joe, and we're gonna do a new Mythos card. All right. Now on the bottom. Science building. So a new gate is going to appear at the science building. Let's put a gate there. We're going to choose a monster from the monster cup. And we got a cultist. Now remember, these cultists have, they move differently because of daoloth special worshippers ability. Okay. So we'll just have to remember that. I kind of tend to forget stuff like that. But we're going to put them here at the science building. We've got to add a doom token to the doom track. So now this guy is at 4. And a gate opens, so we got to get rid of a clue token for this rumor. So 1 more clue token happens on that, we're going to be in some trouble. And let's see what monster movement we have. We don't have, the only monster that can move is that star spawn. He's a cross. There's no cross on there, so he won't be moving. Clue appears at the Silver Twilight Lodge. Okay, so let's take a clue token and put it here at Silver Twilight. And this is another headline. So our mystic thing is still going to stay in place. A monster appears at a street location chosen by the first player. Well, that kind of sucks too. Ugh. Alright. So put another monster on the board. We're getting close to our monster limit here. As a matter of fact, we are at our monster limit. No. Yeah. We're at 5. 1 cultist, 1 dark young, 1 star spawn, another dark young, and a Sean. So that's 5. So this monster I just drew, a Proto-Shoggoth, and you see it has a red border. What a red border means is that it gets to move 2 spaces. It's a fast monster, so when time comes for it to move, it would move 2 spaces. But it's going into the outskirts, so it's not going to move anywhere. So we have 1 monster in the outskirts now. 5 more, and we hit our limit. And we'll have to start raising the terror track and get rid of some allies. So that is that Mythos phase. So it's Joe Diamond's turn. Joe, where do you want to go? Let's see. Fell horde chick against him. I don't want him to fight that guy. I'll have him. I'll tell you what. There's 2 monsters there. I'm gonna have him go to the science building. 1, 2, 3. And there at the science building, he's going to fight the cultist. Alright, he's not going to try to evade it. The cultist, as you can see, has a minus there. Nothing, so you don't have to make a horror check when you fight a cultist. It has 1 toughness, and you get a +1 modifier when combat. Well, Joe has a fight with his weapon total at 10. So all you got to do is get 1 success, and we'll just roll. He gets a +1, so this is going to be actually 11 dice. He didn't get a success on those. It's 5 dice. Oh man, he didn't get a success on any of them. And he, god damn, you can't believe that. So he's going to lose 1 health. God damn, that sucked. Alright, let's roll again. He's going to keep fighting this thing. Alright, there we go, finally. God. So he beat that monster. Let's take it as a trophy. And he is going to get sucked into the gate. so we can figure out what the gate is, and it is the Great Hall of Ciliano. So he will get sucked into that come his encounter turn. Okay, well, Sister Mary, let's see, she has the psychology thing. She's blessed, so she has a good chance of actually passing a horror check. So we're going to send her over here to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3. Now she's going to have to do a horror check against this Sean. Now he has a -2. She has a will of 2. But she has a +1 to horror checks because of this cross. Also, she has a, when you make a will check, you can add +1 to each die. So she can roll 1 die. And if she gets a 3, 4, 5, or 6, she passes. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding. Woo, good thing she got spare clue tokens. Alright, we're gonna spend a clue token and roll again. Alright, 3. God, man, my luck stinks. So she passes the horror check against that thing. Now she has to fight it. Now she has the rifle. She has +5. So she has 2 to fight. So that's 7. This thing is -2, so she gets to roll 5 dice. And she got to get 2 hits. God, let's hope I have better luck. Alright, she hit it twice. So she killed this monster. She gets to keep it as a trophy. And on her next turn, her encounter turn, she's going to get sucked into the gate. And now it is the Arkham encounter's turn. So let's turn these gates, her gates over. The Abyss. There was a... Okay, so Joe Diamond's getting sucked into the Great Hall of Ciliano, so he's here. Sister Mary, she's getting sucked into the Abyss, so she is here at the Abyss. Now we're at the Otherworld phase. Now, when you get sucked into the gate, so I've also seen some people play it certain ways. I think the main way that people play it is that you're delayed and you would be laid down here like this and have your token put down like that. I kind of agree with that because I figured in real life if you get sucked through a portal somewhere, you kind of be half-ass drunk or whatever like that, so you'd be disoriented too. So they're going to be delayed, and then on their next turn, when it comes to the Arkham Encounters phase, nothing's going to happen because there's nobody on the board. But when they have their Otherworld phase, they can stand up and have an encounter at that place. So that's going to end that phase, and then that's going to end that turn, and we're going to hit a new Mythos phase. We're going to pass the first player token note, goes to Sister Mary. And we're going to do a new Mythos card. Alright. And our new Mythos card is an environment, weather. So we're going to be able to get rid of that weather card. And independent square is where a gate appears. So we're going to take a gate, put an independent square. We're going to take that clue token off. That's gone. It's lost. Alright. And then we're going to pick a monster and put it there. Now we only have 1, 2, 3 monsters on the board, so we can put this laying spider here, which is a black border, so it moves regularly on the board. Now it has a special thing called ambush and overwhelming, and basically what that ambush means is you cannot evade this monster, so you have to fight it. Basically is what it means. Overwhelming 1 means if you beat this monster, you still lose 1 health. Because I guess it's a tough, badass monster. So we're going to put that over here at independent square. A new gate opened. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a Doom token on the Doom track here. We're at 5. And then a new gate opened on this rumor. So we're going to take this clue token off. When there are 0 clue tokens on this rumor, return it to the box. Each investigator loses 2 sanity. So Joe Diamond's going to lose 2 sanity. Sister Mary's going to lose 2 sanity. She's going to have 2 left. That doesn't bode well. Monster movement. The only monster that can really move is the star spawn, and it has a cross, so it's not going to be moving. Clue appears at the unnameable. Okay, so we're going to put a clue here at the unnameable. Alright. As they slip and fall on the ice, each investigator loses 1 stamina for each move at point over 3 he spends each turn. Reading tomes does not count toward his total. So they cannot, they're going to lose the stamina if they move over 3 spaces per turn. Well, luckily we're in the other world, and we're only going to move 1 space. So let's head on to the upkeep phase, and here we're just going to roll for her blessing, and she gets to keep it. Now, it's going to be different than normally do. We're at the movement phase. And their movement's going to be standing up. So we're going to stand Sister Mary up, and we're going to stand Joe Diamond up. And that's it for their movement phase. Now we go to Arkham Encounter phase. There is nobody in Arkham, so the Arkham Encounter phase is done. Now we're going to have the Other World phase. Sister Mary is our first player. She's in the Abyss. Now you notice on the Other World where it has a red dot and a blue dot. So we're going to go over here to the Other World Encounter cards, and we're going to pick one that has a border of red or blue. This one has a border of red, and it says Rylith. And there is no Rylith here. A monster appears. So a monster is going to appear for her, which is terrible. So we're going to pick a monster. Oh my gosh, we got a rat thing here. Alright. And it's a purple. And what the purple means is that if you were to go to attack it, it would try to evade you. And there's a special thing that says before you make a combat check against rat thing, you may discard 1 item or automatically fail. Ah, that stinks. Alright. So let's make a horror check first. And it has a -4 to evade, so you're not going to be evading this thing pretty easy. So let's make her a horror check. She has a wheel 2. She passed. Got a 5 and a 1. Now let's make a combat check. She has to discard 1 item. Well, she has these crappy ass handcuffs here, so we'll discard the handcuffs. Alright, now she's going to do her combat check. She has a fight of 2, but she has the rifle, so 5 and 2 is 7, -1 is 6. So she gets to roll 6 die. She only has to hit it once. And she passed. So she killed this rat thing. And that ends her Other World encounter. Joe Diamond, he's at the Great Hall of Ciliano. And it's a blue or a green there. So we're going to find one that has blue or green. Ah, this one has blue borders right here. So we got it. Ciliano. There we go. An endless bookshelf. Make a luck +1 check and consult the chart below. Alright, well, Joe Diamond has a luck. Let's see what his luck is here. He has a luck of 2. And he gets a +1. So we'll do a 3 die. Sorry, he has a luck of 1. He gets a +1, so he has 2. He got 1 success. 0 to 1 says nothing happened. So nothing happened. And that's going to end our Arkham Encounters phase. Or our Other Worlds phase. Sorry, we keep getting those mixed up. So that's going to end their turn. So we're going to start next turn. We're going to start with our Mythos phase. And then we're going to move on in the Other World and press on. So until then, see ya.